Ex Works, or EXW, is one of the simplest and most misunderstood Incoterms in global trade. It represents the minimum obligation for the seller and the maximum responsibility for the buyer. In this video, we break down exactly what EXW means, how it works, and when it should and should not be used. What EXW really means. Under Ex Works, the seller's job is straightforward. Make the goods available at their premises, nothing more. This could be a factory, a warehouse, or any agreed location. From that moment, the buyer takes over all responsibilities, including loading the goods, inland transportation, export customs clearance, international freight, insurance, import clearance, final delivery to destination. In EXW, the buyer carries the entire journey from start to finish. Where risk transfers the moment the goods are placed at the seller's disposal. Not when they are loaded, not when they leave the gate, but the moment the seller says, "Your goods are ready for pickup." This makes EXW one of the earliest risk transfer points in all Incoterms. Why EXW is popular. EXW is attractive to sellers because it minimizes their operational involvement. It avoids dealing with export procedures. It reduces administrative burden. It shifts cost and risk to the buyer. For small exporters or manufacturers with limited logistics capability, EXW feels simple and safe. But EXW has limitations. For buyers, EXW can be challenging, especially in cross-border trade. The buyer must manage export documentation, local regulations, customs formalities in the seller's country, loading arrangements, transport coordination. In many countries, foreign buyers cannot legally complete export clearance, making EXW impractical or risky. This is why many professionals prefer FCA instead of EXW for international shipments. When to use EXW. EXW works best when the buyer has a strong logistics presence in the seller's country. The goods are being collected domestically. The buyer wants full control over the supply chain. Both parties clearly understand their responsibilities. It is not ideal when export procedures are complex or when the buyer is unfamiliar with local regulations. Practical example. Imagine a seller in Riyadh manufacturing spare parts. They prepare the goods, pack them, and place them at the warehouse door. A buyer from Germany sends their own truck to collect the shipment. From that moment onward, loading, export clearance, freight, insurance, and delivery. Everything is the buyer's responsibility. That is EXW in action. Ex Works is simple on paper, but demanding in practice. It gives maximum control to the buyer and minimum obligation to the seller. In the next videos, we'll explore the remaining Incoterms one by one, so you can choose the right term for every procurement scenario with confidence. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.